Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using strategic or compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, and we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us in this journey for as little as $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at MMTLP, and there has been an important update and development with regard to the S1, so stay tuned for that development. And we're also going to be sharing an update for ticker symbol SAVA, SAVA Sciences, so stay tuned for that. But let's first of all have a look at what's going on in the markets today. So quick headline here, we can see the Dow Jones tumbles 950 points, Nasdaq is down 3.8%. after Powell has warned of pain with regard to households in battle with inflation. So not good news. Investors are basically looking at the data with regard to inflation and also looking at consumer sentiment going forward. So let's have a look at a little bit more detail in terms of how the stocks are trading. We can see the Dow Jones Industrial Index was down 3.03%, and we're looking at that going down approximately 970 points. The S&P 500, that was down 3.37%, and that's quite a considerable drop, down approximately 132 points. And also the Nasdaq Composite was down 3.94%. And let's just finish off by having a look at the heat map, and this will obviously give you a clear indication of what's happened. One of the most difficult days of trading that I have seen, and almost a clean sweep of red, very few areas of green, possibly 2 or 3, 4 stocks. So Apple down quite considerably, Microsoft down, Google down, Amazon down. Almost no sectors, including the energy sector, have been immune today. So I'm now going to share with you a tweet from George that's just been released shortly. So what he said now here is, our team and advisors are working on the next bridge S1. We have already received an SEC response with straightforward items. Next, getting all the information required to the follow-up, hashtag progress, and more updates to follow. So not too much detail there. I have responded to George. I'm not really expecting a reply, but let's see what happens. And I have said, thanks George, could you share a time frame for completion or an idea of the straightforward items? So overall, the opinion here from my point of view is, the impression I get from this tweet is there is nothing serious, there's nothing major. It seems like small items, and hopefully going forward in terms of the time frame, we're going to look at how long that may take, the process, shortly. But before we look at the time frame going forward and how long this may lead to in terms of a delay, let's have a look at some further responses in terms of what George has tweeted here. So before we actually look at the responses, I'm going to have a look at how the market reacted. So we do know just in terms of how the overall market was today, we have seen a clean sweep of red, and recently we have been seeing MMTLP going down quite significantly. But if you have a look at the chart for today, as soon as George released that tweet, you see a huge green candle there. And the price went up from around about $1.35 and at one point to close to $1.60. So it has come down a little bit there, but it's still finished in the green. So positive reaction from the market there, but still a little bit of nervousness going forward in terms of what is going to happen. What I'm now going to do is share with you a response from the Bird Lady, and what she's just tweeted here is, I think this means that we will get an S1 approval soon with straightforward items that need to be changed. This does not change my opinion, though I can certainly see this being used to fuel FUD. So I certainly agree with everything that she said there. George did say that the items were straightforward, so hopefully the overall approval is fairly soon. What I'm now going to do is share with you an overview of the SEC process. So let's have a look at what generally happens with regard to S1. So what we can see here is the SEC renders comments to registration statements on Form S1 within 30 days after filing. So what George has confirmed today is that those comments have been received. So it certainly seems like the SEC has complied with this average period of around about 30 days. Although George has not actually stated when the comments were received, but I certainly do expect them to have been received within that 30-day period, and that's certainly what it seems to be like. So What the SEC process here goes on to suggest is that upon satisfaction of all the comments, the SEC will declare the registration statement effective. So the next stage of the process is basically dependent on the company and the management team responsible for this, which will include George. It's now down to them. The ball is in their court. It all depends on how quickly they can respond to the comments. They must satisfy all the queries and the questions from the SEC positively, although George has stated that they are fairly straightforward. So I do believe he is right with regard to that. I don't believe the comments are going to be anything of concern. So overall, still have a good feeling with regard to that. So let's now have a look at what happens with regard to the process after approval. So after approval, the company will then have a legal obligation to produce annual reports. So these annual reports will also be completed through a Form 10K. As well as that, the company will be required to also produce quarterly reports, and these will be on Form 10Q. So what that will also mean is that NextBridge will officially be separated from Meta. It will, the management team will basically be able to take charge. They will be able to make decisions. George will no longer have an interest in NextBridge. So finally, in terms of, just to finish off, in terms of the updated opinion with regard to how long we're looking at now. So my updated opinion now, we have confirmation that the SEC has requested additional comments. I believe the process now possibly will be delayed, and I expect this to be now delayed possibly between 2 to 3 weeks. What I want to do is finish off by sharing an update with regard to tick symbol SAVA, SAVA Sciences. So I'm going to give a shout out here to the Discord. So yesterday in the evening UK time, after close of market, there was an update with regard to SAVA, and that update was from an insider by the name of Barry Richard, and he apparently increased his holding by 36,159 shares of SAVA Sciences with a total cost of approximately $860,000, so just under $1 million. So that was a very positive sign, and obviously this was notified to the Discord in terms of this update that we received from Fintel. So consequently, again, another shout out to the Discord. We alerted the Discord prior to trading in the pre-market here with regard to keeping an eye on SAVA, and I am aware that a number of people in Discord did make significant profits. So if we have a look at the screen here, SAVA Sciences is one of the very, very few stocks that was actually in the green today. So we did see a significant amount wiped off in the market, and I think having looked at the actual overall heat map, I think the calculation is that the reduction in the market was in excess of $1 trillion. So quite staggering there what happened in the overall market today. But in terms of the chart for SAVA Sciences today, again, good news here. At one point the stock was up in excess of $30. So one of the reasons why insider buying is a positive sign is that they do have more advanced information. They do have inside information, although they are not officially allowed to use this to gain an advantage, but obviously it has to be proven. But it is a good sign, it is a positive sign, and going forward we do expect more positive news for SAVA Sciences, although this is certainly a stock that is extremely volatile. And finally, if you'd like to get advanced notification of daily alerts and weekly alerts, as well as join us in the challenge for the list as $9 a month, you can join us certainly in the Discord. Details are available in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.